Capricorn, hey, thanks for dropping in with me. I am here to give you your read of the moment. We're just tapping into the energy at play for you right now. This is a timeless read, so the message finds you when it's meant to. It's for any significant Capricorn placement, or if you happen to have a strong placement in the 10th house, or you're a Cancer rising, which makes you a Capricorn descendant. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Your pre-shuffle was really wild. 333 is a power number for you. I feel like you're just about at the tail end of closing something up, and then it's like there's all this help that comes in to line up the new direction for you. A lot of assistance moving in this new direction. It's not going to be such an uphill climb. The 3 energy came in through, first you had the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, then the 3 of Cups upright, then the 3 of Wands, and after that the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you took an action that was aligned with your truth. You spoke a truth and you made a very decisive choice that changed the complete trajectory of your path. And, you know, I feel like you just realized like something wasn't going to work for you. You pulled yourself out of an arrangement. Some of you pulled yourselves out of a work arrangement. Some of you pulled yourselves out of a living situation. I feel like this is something very practical, and maybe it's something you're considering right now. You know that you're going to have to ultimately pull yourself out of a particular situation because it just doesn't work for you, but it's so you can come into alignment with something that really does. And I do feel like a lot of celebration around it and a lot of healing, and it feels really good. It feels like a point of arrival, only it's going to kind of come to you. It's great because it's like this opportunity isn't something you're even going to need to seek. It's like it courts you. I don't know. For some of you, you could be courted, all right? There could be somebody wooing you. There could be somebody, you know, saying like, hey, over this way, I have something to offer you. Okay, it could be a very tempting offer. And I see that this will likely come into full fruition probably sometime in the winter. But I feel that it's going to start rolling pretty soon here. It's like the cogs are in motion. I got that. And now we got the 3 of Pentacles upright. Wild, man. I'm telling you. So yes, now you're aligning with something that really does work for you. And it may have been that you've kind of just broken free from a certain cycle, a certain time in your life where you had to be very accommodating for other people. And now you're really figuring out what works for you. I feel like your work is really restructuring here. What's coming up? And right behind that, I can't make it up. There's that Ace of Swords. Yes, and right behind that is a Page of Wands, Sagittarian energy. Okay, so do look for some news to come in around this that will be a game changer, okay? It's really going to change the course of your path and the choices you're making moving forward. You might be working with somebody on a project. Yes, I don't know. There's something really cool that comes out of this as of the winter time, I feel. All right, let's get some more details. What is this news coming in that changes everything up for Capricorn here? Right, it's some new opportunity. You get some news and it really inspires you. It has something to do with some kind of like work project, new direction. It's an opportunity to head in a new direction. I feel like you'll see the true fulfillment of it though around the winter time. But whatever this is, it's getting kicked off now. There's something significant about right now for this to be coming in here. Okay, let's see. Any more details? What is this news? What's going on here with this news? It's taking its time getting to you. It's taking its time getting to you. Maybe you, oh, interesting. Maybe you have been waiting a while to hear back from a certain individual. You're wondering, like, what's the holdup? Okay. You may have kind of felt like I guess they don't want to work with me, or I guess the offer's off the table, or maybe I was wrong about heading in that direction. No, maybe it's just a matter of syncing up at the right moment. Okay. There could be a message involved with this, with that Ace of Swords. What do we got here? We have the Star. All right. So I feel like there's something that was hoped for here. Aquarius energy could be in play, or maybe in Aquarius season, there was some action taken around this. I feel like you've just really been focusing on, you know, tending to your day-to-day affairs. Maybe you sort of like put this aside. It's interesting. It's something you were hoping for. It was like a little bright spot, gave you a little bit of a lift, you know, a little bit of optimism about your future here. I feel like you're going to get a message. It's coming in, and it's kind of when you forgot about it. I do feel for a while, though, you've been caught up with other stuff. So maybe you're kind of sidetracked from this right now. You might be tying up a cycle where you dealt with a lot kind of hanging over your head. Maybe you were dealing with some fears, some anxiety, some stuff that was just sort of hovering over you, making you feel stressed out in relation to your past. Could be in relation to a Leo, doesn't have to be. But I do feel like there was something that you were leaving behind. Some of you just had kind of like almost like this dark cloud energy hanging over you. Or some people may actually feel like, you know, they had an energy that was just very clingy around them that they had to shake. You might have even cleansed that energy from your space. Okay, it's possible because it's coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, which makes me think of the home. Okay. And we see the 10 of Wands coming in here too with that 10 of Pentacles. So maybe something was making the energy at home feel really heavy. Maybe it felt almost like a blocking kind of energy. I feel like you were going through a heavy cycle too, where you've had a lot of responsibilities. You've probably been working really hard. You haven't been able to devote a lot of time and energy to the things you truly want to grow. All right. I feel like in the case where you felt like you had some like heavy energy clinging to you, you probably did a really good house clearing. I think if that's the case, you'll start to see things really improve. You might have even had some issues in your home with your plants. Like you had really thriving plants, and then all of a sudden, all of your plants were really struggling. You discovered it was more of like a spiritual problem, like the energy in the house was really off, and you did some spiritual cleansing. And you also will notice that not only do your plants start to do better, but I also feel like you're going to start to see your finances really improve. And I think your home is getting back to this place where you're feeling really good and stable. Some of you also had some kind of health scare, something that really worried you. And because of that, you thought, you know what? Maybe I need to start exercising, need to start taking better care of myself. You might have taken up some kind of strength training. Maybe at first, you know, it felt like a lot to take on, especially with your work schedule. You felt tired. I think you're about to see the results of that. You know, you're going to be feeling a lot better. In fact, you may get some really good news on your next medical visit, okay? When you go and get your next checkup, I think you're going to like the way that turns out, all right? So yeah, you know, this is very interesting here because I do feel like you're still just, you know, this is just a little bit hanging on still, okay? You're almost at the other side of whatever you're releasing here, but I do feel like you want to do a real complete job in letting go of whatever this is, you know? You've had to process a lot of different, you know, feelings around it and consider a lot of different options. Some of the options you had to consider weren't exactly your like ideal options. There was a lot to integrate here. Maybe for a long time you weren't quite sure what you should do, what direction you should head in, or what your next move should be. But I feel like this is really getting dialed in, and you're going to come into your element, like fully into your element with that 10 of Pentacles. Like, I feel like this is you really getting rooted in your own house and being in a very strong position. I think your living situation is going to feel really good. Where the energy felt off, it's going to feel right. You know, I think your finances are on point, and you got some ideas for your future that will not only help you generate finances, but will also be really fulfilling work for you. And I do see some good opportunity coming in that regard, and maybe to partner with somebody in particular around this. Okay, it looks good. And where you've been waiting for a message that you kind of gave up hope on, and you were sort of like bummed out because you were hoping for a connection there. I do feel like this is coming in, but it's sort of like when you're caught up with, tending to all your stuff and just sort of focusing on your day to day, that this comes in. I think first, it's sort of like all the old energy needs to be cleansed away from the old cycle, like all this stuff that you're currently releasing. It looks like it was something really heavy connected to your past, and you're just about done wrapping that up. And as soon as this is like cleared off the table, then you have the energy freed up to really come into alignment with what excites you, what fills you. And once that energy is free, I feel like that's when this message comes in that gets the ball rolling. Yeah, like I said, it took a long time for it to come in. And you really wanted to grow something in this direction. Like there was something here that inspired you. You thought, now this I could invest in, okay? This I could invest in. But you felt like for one reason or another it was blocked. And so you kind of just accepted it, and, you made peace with it. But you're like, I don't get it. Like I felt such a strong intuitive connection there. It really felt like a bit of magic, and like this opportunity or this individual may have something to do with a future direction. So I get it's like something you want to create, but where you thought that it was just kind of like, okay, I guess it was just like a missed connection, missed opportunity, I feel like it's going to surprise you. No, it just needs to line up in divine timing. I see that. Oh, yes, indeed. Look at these heavy hitters you got here. You have the Magician to the Hierophant to the Empress. All right, this looks good. Okay, so maybe you thought that here was this wonderful opportunity. You connected with this person, or there was this, chance to head down a certain road, explore a different kind of work, or a different option for moving forward into your future, something that inspired you, excited you, made you feel like, you know what, maybe, there's something really good on the other side of everything I've had to let go. I feel like it gave you hope. And I do also feel like you were a little bit worried or maybe a little hurt or disappointed when you felt like you didn't hear anything back, or it seemed like the opportunity eluded you, or it could be that maybe it went to somebody else first too. I could see that too. Somebody else got the opportunity. You thought you missed out. I get it's more, if that's the case, it's more like a matter of timing. It's just one of these things where it's like, you're not second choice in any way in the case where that applies. It's more that there was like, karmic cleanup work that needed to go down with that particular individual. And that was up first before there could be this opportunity for you to have, your chance up at the plate. I got that. Okay. So there's something like it needed to sync up at the right moment when you really could be ready to step into it. If it would have lined up with you back then, it wouldn't have been right. It would have gone south. It wouldn't be what it's able to be now or soon. It feels like it's soonish. It does have those vibes, like it's coming in. I think you're in a really good position with this Empress energy coming in. I feel like you're about to birth a lot of new beginnings in your life. You're going to be looking really good. And where you did make these changes around your health, like I said, I think you're going to like the results. I think you're going to get some affirmation at your next checkup that lets you know to stay on track. Okay. And I feel like it's just going to continue to improve. I got like a lot of, really investing in yourself kind of energy here that I like seeing. It looks like you're really empowered in and of yourself. You're in your element. I feel like you're also connecting with a new group of people. This also could have been part of your scenario. You might have been hanging out with a particular group of people where you just felt like, these aren't my people. I'm not feeling like we really, we don't really gel with each other. I always feel like I'm kind of left out. I feel like you're starting to really come together with your people. Maybe you've even tapped into a new community and you're feeling a real sense of camaraderie here. Yeah, you may have had to walk away. And, you may have had to walk away from, people who were always leaving you hanging on the line, or maybe they never got back to you. They never answered your messages. It's never seemed like they had time for you. I feel like you did invest a lot in these connections or this situation, but at a certain point you had to realize, like, I'm wasting my time here. I'm not even enjoying my time here. And I do feel a lot of you are looking in terms of just like the day to day and how you earn a living. And there's something there that you're really wanting to shift because you feel like for your investment of time and energy, not only should it be more rewarding, but you would also like to see your life being a little bit easier just in terms of financial stability and being able to do some nice things for yourself. And I feel like you're going to get this. It's coming in. It's really cool. You just got to give it a little bit more time. And this new opportunity will allow you to really have that growth that eluded you before, right? So do look for this to come in the summertime. It's going to be an opportunity where you finally get to do you on your terms. All right. I think you're going to feel really positive about this. And I love that it comes at a time where you've already been really focusing on yourself, strengthening yourself, building your confidence, looking good, feeling good. I think you're just in a really good place of readiness, like emotional readiness to step into this when it does come back around. It looks like it was delayed or held off, okay, but it will come forward in about 2 months, and here will be the offer on the table. And I think when this comes in, you're going to be really happy. It's going to, like, it's one of those moments where it's like, woo, I didn't think that was going to come back around for me, or I thought I missed the opportunity, I missed the boat, or, I thought they were off with so-and-so. It's got those kind of vibes, okay? But it's an opportunity, and you're going to feel like it's a little bit of justice. It's like, okay, now I can finally feel like maybe life is fair. You may have felt like things weren't really fair. Like, I don't get it. Why is it that, I'm always the one who seems to have to make do, or that opportunity passes me by? You might have been feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, okay? Just a little bit. I don't think too much. But no, this didn't pass you by at all. And in fact, I do see you working on this and working on this with another, and it's going to feel really good, all right? You're going to be happy about this opportunity coming back around. For a lot of you, it does involve work, some kind of project, some kind of creativity. Whatever this work is, it gives you an opportunity for more financial growth. You also enjoy this work. It's fulfilling for you. And I think you're going to be really actively involved in this process. It also lets you bring a little bit of your creativity in. I feel like maybe the work you're doing right now might be like a little dry, or maybe it bores you, or it could be that it served a purpose for the time, but now you're kind of like, well, now I'm really ready to do something that I feel like I'm more engaged in, like, and I see this coming around. It looks really good. I mean, financially, you look so solid here. So solid. I feel like your burdens are starting to lift. I feel like things aren't going to be so heavy. I feel like the energy's balancing out. I think you've really closed up a difficult cycle here. And it's more like you've just sort of been waiting for like the reward that was supposed to come on the other side of everything that you've released. It's just about here. Look for this to start to really kick off, um, you know, late spring, summer. So, starting now until, like September, this window here, a lot's going to be shifting. You're going to start noticing that, oh, those opportunities are coming back around, and now it's perfect timing. This could even be an opportunity that was put on the table for you before, but at that moment when it came in, your life was just in upheaval. There's no way you could have taken it at that time. No, you would have been so down for the count. You were already fending off one thing after another. You just weren't in the right space for it. But I feel like, you know, things are syncing up now, and it's going to be good, man. And it's going to come in quickly, okay? You might be surprised when this message comes in. I do see you getting a message, some kind of news, some kind of movement you've been waiting for. Oh, it's coming, okay? And there's a lot of communication coming in around this. And it looks really good with the Knight of Swords coming in with the Three of Wands there, okay? So this definitely gets something going. Yeah, and look, Queen of Swords. Like, you thought something was cut off, something was done. Air sign energy coming in pretty strong. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius there. But this is big success. I think you're going to feel really happy about this. You're like, yes, I didn't miss it after all. Or, you know, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I reached out. Yeah, look, Emperor energy here. Emperor to Empress. I mean, this looks good. This is a dynamic duo. Whoever you're connecting with here, if you're partnering with somebody on like a business project or something, or, you know, they're putting some kind of offer on the table for you to explore, like working on a project, or you should totally line up with this. This is going to be so successful for you. This is a big level up. You're going to be pretty happy about this. We have air sign energy on the board, strong Libra, earth sign energy too, strong Taurus. We got Aries energy here. We had Sagittarian energy, really strong Libra energy. Okay. Got quite a few Libra significators here, Taurus significators too, Aries as well, Aquarius. All right, just bringing in all the signs for you. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We had Sagittarius there. Might be the news bearer that brings in the opportunity. Yeah, pretty strong Aquarius too, I have to say. Could also be dealing with the Leo rising. We got a Pisces reference here. That's more around holdups. That's the way that tends to be coming in there. All right, that's what we got so far. So let's check it out. I want to pull out some different cards for you and just see some more details about this. What do I want to pull in for you? What do I want to pull in for you? What should I bring in for Capricorn here? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Super awesome future? Okay. Mix it up a little bit. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. See, you told yourself that it was just like passed you by, you know. There we go again, you know. Thwarted again, foiled again. No, it was just a delay. The flame in this deck, it's an influence that's very much like you think it's a bigger deal than it actually is, okay? So you might have been building up the delay in this opportunity coming around, or when you first missed it as being like such like a big deal. You might have made it a little bit kind of like cataclysmic in your mind or something. And really, it was no big deal. You'll see that, you know, and you'll actually be grateful for the timing when it syncs up. You'll be glad that it went down the way it did. Okay, so tell me about this opportunity. I want to know about this opportunity for Capricorn. What is this opportunity coming in? It looks like it's something you've been waiting for. There's news connected to it. It looks like it's partnering on something. It could be something creative, all right? It could be romantic overtones, but whatever it is, it feels very appealing. That's the word I want to use, appealing. Whatever this is, it's appealing, okay? I don't think you have any like full-on preconceived notions about it. It's more like this is just something that just felt right for you. It felt like it really synced up, only it was out of sync. It wasn't the right time for it at the first time that it sort of introduced itself or was even considered as an option. But a lot will have changed between then and when this comes back around. I got sometime between, you know, late spring and summer. Yeah, you thought it was just done and dusted. No, it's going to come up again, all right? We got the zombies here, okay? So I also feel like with the zombies coming in, this is sort of like the things you tell yourself, the stories about the way things always go, and So it's just like a repeat, you know, of things I've been through before, and another missed opportunity, another disappointment I just have to sort of like make peace with, you know. And you keep thinking, like, when am I going to get to the other side of this cycle where it just feels like what I really, really want doesn't come into alignment with me? That's all just unnecessary fear, right? It's not the real deal. And I do feel like you've also been ending things with somebody that you were maybe concerned might kind of like rear up again, cause you problems. You know, you might sense that there's something going on that just doesn't feel quite right in a situation. I say that because we got the zombies here, okay, coming in with the lilies. So I do feel like you brought something to a close, okay? You did bring something to a close. You wanted to bring this to a close amicably because at one time, you know, it did feel like a match for you. It did feel good. For a lot of you, this is a relationship, all right? And at one time, this was a very special connection, and it was magical, and it was wonderful, and it was everything you wanted it to be. But you know, it went through its changes, as often happens, and in fact, the facade could have been sort of shattered by having some secrets revealed in this situation, some sides of a person you were not aware of. It's also possible that this person is a little bit sneaky. This person, you know, likes to kind of move in such a way where you always felt like, what's going on? You know, something here didn't feel right. You felt like you were out of the loop of this connection. And I do think ultimately there was some kind of secret exposed. Something came to light in this situation that for you, you just realize like that's it. Like that's the tower. Like I have a choice. I can either continue to live within a lie, or I can ride this lightning and affect the change in my life and recognize that this is a moment of awakening. And I do feel like you awakened. But there's this piece here of almost wondering if this was going to continue to be a problem. Like maybe this person is very persistent. You're really wanting to bring this to a close, this particular situation to a close. It feels like it's around a particular relationship where trust has really been compromised, maybe because of hidden secrets, you know, clandestine behavior, sneaky behavior. Maybe this person has really kept a lot from you. Maybe you're about to find out some more details. Oh, interesting. You might not have all the details in a situation that you walked away from, that made it possible for you not to take this opportunity at the time, okay? There was a lot of stuff going on that you weren't aware of. I feel like you might be getting some news, some words, some illumination around some stuff that was hidden in a situation that you didn't even know about. And maybe this will sort of like dial it in for you, and you'll understand why you didn't get that opportunity you were wanting, that you were really viewing as like bad luck. And it's true. It does look like whatever was going on behind the scenes here that you're unaware of, okay? It's got like some sneaking around vibes. This could be somebody like kind of keeping an eye on you, a little too up in your business, keeping tabs on you. All right. Some quite literally, you know, keeping tabs on you. I'm seeing like tabs open online, maybe like looking into you online. Okay. This could have been activity going on online. There could be finances involved in this situation. There could also be like, you know, people kind of like dealing with each other behind the scenes. It's got clandestine vibes. I think that you'll be really glad that you thoroughly got this out of the way when something's revealed to you. I feel like this hasn't come in yet. There's some kind of illumination coming in for you around somebody that was pulling some sneaky stuff that really could have sabotaged this opportunity for you, I have to say. And that's why it was like eluding you at the time, because it wasn't the right time to open that door. until you cleared this energy out. And then it's like, it's a road opener energy. And I see that road opener finally gives you the keys that you need to open that door of opportunity, and it will come through again. 24/6 energy. Okay, so with that 6, this could be something that starts to become evident to you in June. All right, in June might be the time that this opportunity starts to come your way. And then in July, it really gets solidified, especially when you find out about something that was going on behind the scenes. You'll be really glad it lines up in the way it does. There's something about the timing, and with some secret, motive, secret activity, something about a certain arrangement you were in that you didn't have all the details about. This could be a relationship. This could be something going on the job. This could be around a living situation. But something gets revealed to you, and it's like the opportunity comes back around at just the perfect timing. It's like gets you out of one mess and onto the road you were meant to be on in the first place. Okay, and this leads you to abundance. Looks really good. It's very successful. There could be a Taurus in connection with this, I have to say, but you're definitely like cashing out on the old life and you're heading in a brand new direction. It is a leap. It is a big leap for you. You're not going to be doing what you were doing. By September, I feel like you're really stepping into this new role, this new direction, this new collaboration, and it feels really good, okay? Yeah. And I think, you're going to make some deals with your doctor, I have to say, where you've been dealing with health challenges and you've been in a process of like following a healing protocol. I think you're going to make some deals with your doctor. Like they're going to really congratulate you for the progress you've made. And I think they are impressed with the changes in your health. And so I think you're actually going to get, this doctor on board with you, and where you're wanting to see this transformation in your health. I feel like it's really coming through. Okay. I like this. It looks really good. We got the wish with the handshake with the illness. Okay. So I do feel like a lot of you have been dealing with some kind of health challenge as well that you've been trying to turn around. You have been, concerned about this. You might also have discovered a secret, a new way to deal with this situation to turn your health around that you had not uncovered before. And it's a whole new approach, and it's just the thing that did the trick. And this also might make it more possible for you to start to, explore new options, new directions now that your health is in a good place and, things are lining up for you. Interesting. I do feel like there is some wish fulfillment coming in here, though. Okay. You have some wish fulfillment coming in here. And it could be a gentleman presenting this opportunity for you. And it moves those clouds out of the sunshine that's meant to shine in your life. So I do got like a lot of summer vibes around this. It might include some kind of travel or an opportunity at a distance. There could be some kind of travel component in connection with this, or relocation in connection with this. But it's the start of an adventure that's going to be a time of growth for you. And I feel like especially financial growth. And it may lead to the keys to a new home, an entirely different location as well. This just sort of coming in. Looks good, right? Looks good. All right. I like this. I like this a lot. This looks really good. Yeah, a new house definitely could be on deck. And this might become very clear in August. You might really feel like, you know what? I think I want to, live somewhere different. And this opportunity may come in at that time. You see a full moon, maybe full moon in August. This opportunity lines up for you that gives you a new vision. And it could be connected with travel. Sagittarius could play a role. Somebody born in the year of the dog or the year of the serpent or horse in Chinese astrology. This person feels like, they feel like a connection. They feel like a link. And whatever this is, it does feel like you had a shot at this before, but you were just like, oh, maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe I was wrong about that. No, you weren't. It just wasn't time for it yet, okay? Certain things needed to line up. So just be patient there. Just be patient there. This coming into, some of you may be in the process of wanting to go on like some kind of trip this summer. You're wanting to go somewhere tropical. You know, you got sort of a vanity goal. You want to look really good in that swimsuit, and you're on like a shape up program. I think whatever approach you're using is working really well for you. You found the key. It's like your secret sauce, all right? You may have been following the advice of experts and, the medical team that you work with, and it's like it wasn't doing the trick. It wasn't doing the trick. It is doing the trick now because you're doing it your way. So whatever you've been doing in terms of your health and just to even just change your appearance. I feel like there's a little bit of that coming in too, just really wanting to feel your best. I think you're going to see a lot of progress, and it'll be very evident in the summer. Like, wow. And I think the medical team is on board with it too, which looks really good. Let me see, is there anything else here? I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Sacred Rebels and kind of just get clarification for you. So it looks like missed opportunity coming back around for you. Okay. Yeah. A little bit of collaborative dreaming here. All right. So there's definitely somebody you're coming into alignment with here that presents this new opportunity, this new direction for you. But I do have that so strong. It just really wants to be reiterated. This is something that had already been presented at one point. You thought it was going to go somewhere. Nothing happened. You thought it passed you by, or this opportunity went to somebody else, and it's coming back around because it really would have gone south if it would have came through for you at the time that you initially had it show up on your path. There was just too much that you still needed to close out, too much that you still needed to tend to. But you're just about to the other side of that. So let's see. What's an overarching theme for Capricorn, Spirit? What is the overarching theme for Capricorn that's coming in here? All right, let's see. Bottom of the deck energy. Yep, it might involve a trip. Every journey starts with a single step. It's really wanting to bring in a lot around health. So maybe that's like how you kind of started with, getting yourself in shape. For those of you who are, going for that summer glow up or whatever, maybe you've decided, I don't want to be like stuck in a gym. I don't necessarily want to work myself into the ground. What if I just started by like going on walks, I think that's great. I also think, yeah, there's definitely like a trip is factoring into this situation. It could be, this opportunity comes around to connect with somebody, and you're like, I want to look good when I see them. I want to look my best. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're going to make plans like meet up with this person again, this missed connection. And that has something to do with it. I see you walking a lot, though, walking to get in shape, and it's a great form of exercise, I have to say. People always think that you have to really run yourself into the ground to get in shape, and it's not so. And in fact, once you're past a certain age, like once you're in your 40s, in terms of just like shedding the excess weight, walks are so much better than really vigorous cardio routines because it helps lower the stress and balance the hormones. Yeah, work with what is already with you, man. You don't need to invest in fancy equipment or, anything like that. Everything you need for your new direction and your transformation, you already possess, okay? So I think it's really about just trusting your impulses and what's inspiring you and the choices that you want to make. You got to do what works for you. But I feel like where you were really hoping for that opportunity to come back around, oh, it is. You're receiving it. And like I said, there's the 9 energy around it again. I feel like in September, this opportunity, you get to move forward with it. And it's perfect timing. It comes at the perfect time for you. Woo! And it activates a big, bold vision. I love this. Yeah, you're definitely networking. You're building community here. You may really feel a strong connection with this person too. You know, there's just like a soul recognition there. Whatever this is, I really like it for you. It looks like it's something that's going to transform your life. And I like this too. You know, you might have been kind of bold, kind of brazen with this as well. That might have been why it smarted so much. You know what I mean? When it passed you by. Because this may have been one of the first times you really put yourself out there for something and were very brazen, just like, you know, this just feels right. I'm going to go for it. And then when you didn't get the opportunity, or you didn't get the word back, or you didn't get that call, you know, you didn't get that casting call, whatever this is, I think you sort of felt like, man, did I have that wrong? I feel like a fool. Like I was just fooling myself. I was just lying to myself. I don't know why I thought there was a connection there. It did feel like there was a connection. No, you did a good thing there, okay? It's always good to go after the things where you're feeling that alignment, okay? You can't always expect that the opportunity is going to come to you. And in fact, I really feel like if you wouldn't have put yourself back out, you know, wouldn't have put yourself out there. I mean, I want to say back out there. So this could have been, you know, the first like big, bold action you'd taken in a while after a long time, sort of like, you know, holding back from really going for anything for yourself in your life. Maybe you were more focused on taking care of other people in your life. It wasn't a time where you felt like you had that confidence. But I think it's because of the way that you like took the initiative and you put yourself out there, even though you didn't get it then. It's why it comes back around for you. And for some of you with that 8 energy, it really was just a matter of timing. That's all. It's not anything more than that. Certain things needed to sync up in your life in order for this to really be facilitated, to be the opportunity it really wants to be for you. 4242 on the clock, 6-6, okay? Now is the time. And yes, it's time to activate this connection, okay? So conscious connections here, 8 energy again. August is a super important month for you with this. You have everything you need to go for this opportunity. It's all inside of you. Don't get fearful about leaping into it. You'll sprout wings once you take the leap, okay? It'll carry you in a brand new direction. And this looks really good. So you didn't miss the boat at all. It's just about to pull in.